Look, before we start, I want you to do something real quick. Think about the last 24 hours. Not last week, not last month, just yesterday. Did you pay extra to make something easier? Food delivery instead of cooking? A ride instead of walking? An app instead of doing it manually? An upgrade instead of waiting? Most people answer yes, and the reason is simple. Convenience feels harmless. It doesn't feel like spending, it feels like relief. And that's why it's dangerous, because convenience doesn't announce itself as a problem. It quietly drains you. You wake up, you scroll, you tap, you pay, and the money disappears without resistance. No friction, no pain, no second thought. And then one day you're sitting there thinking, I make decent money, why does it still feel tight? That question is the beginning of awareness, because the answer is not income, it's behavior.
Low convenience tax. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Modern life has removed friction from spending, and friction was the only thing protecting most people from financial ruin. In the past, spending money required effort. You had to drive somewhere, stand in line, hand over cash, wait. That pause gave your brain time to question the decision. Now, you tap a screen. Money leaves your account faster than your brain can process it, and that changes everything. People think financial problems come from bad math. They don't. They come from bad defaults. Your default today is speed. Fast food, fast shipping, fast payments, fast gratification. Speed feels efficient, but financially, speed is expensive. Let's talk numbers. Based on consumer spending data, payment behavior research, and household expense tracking studies, the average American spends between $3,000 and $5,000 every single year purely on convenience, not on necessities, on fees, delivery charges, service charges, express options, premium shortcuts. And here's the part most people miss. The higher your income, the more you pay. Because convenience is marketed as something successful people deserve. You work hard. Your time is valuable. You've earned this. That messaging works because it's not wrong. It's incomplete. Let's break this down with simple math. Let's say you spend $10 extra per day on convenience. $10. That could be delivery instead of cooking, an Uber instead of driving, an upgrade instead of waiting. $10 feels like nothing, but $10 per day is $70 per week. That's $300 per month. That's $3,650 per year. Now pause. That's not luxury spending. That's not vacations. That's not big purchases. That's just ease. Now here's where this stops being about budgeting and starts being about life outcomes. If instead of spending that money, you invested it at a conservative 7% return, over 30 years, that habit alone cost you more than $350,000. Not because you're bad with money, but because convenience compounds against you. And the reason it works is psychological. Your brain was never designed for frictionless spending. Psychologists call this mental accounting. Your brain creates fake categories. Money spent on rent feels serious. Money spent on food delivery feels optional. Money spent on subscriptions feels invisible. Digital payments make it worse. When you don't physically hand over money, your brain doesn't register loss. There's no pain signal. And without pain, there's no correction. That's why cash is painful. That's why companies removed it, because pain reduces spending. Convenience removes pain. And pain is the only thing that keeps spending honest. Now think about companies like Uber. Uber is not a transportation company. It's a time compression company. They sell urgency. DoorDash doesn't sell food. They sell avoidance. Avoiding cooking, avoiding waiting, avoiding effort. Amazon doesn't sell products. They sell instant gratification. Every one of these companies is built around one idea. Make spending so easy that people stop thinking, because thinking slows spending, and slowing spending hurts profit. Let's talk about food delivery, because it's the perfect example.
Say you order delivery 3 times per week. Each order includes a delivery fee, a service fee, a tip, and inflated menu prices. That's easily $12 extra per order, sometimes more. 3 orders per week is $36. That's about $150 per month. That's nearly $1,800 per year for the same food. And that's just one category. Add ride shares, add subscriptions, add express shipping, add convenience upgrades. Now, you might be thinking, Nick, I'm busy, my time matters. You're right, but here's the mistake. You're pricing your time at the wrong stage of life. Wealthy people don't avoid inconvenience, they delay convenience. Early on, they accept friction. They cook, they plan, they batch tasks, they tolerate discomfort. Because they understand something most people don't. Convenience is not free, it's borrowed from your future. Every dollar spent on ease today is a dollar that can't work for you tomorrow. Convenience feels small, but small decisions repeated daily shape entire financial lives. Think about convenience like an escalator. Taking the stairs builds strength. Taking the escalator feels easy. But if you always take the escalator, you lose the ability to climb. Convenience weakens financial muscles, and over time, that weakness becomes dependence. You stop planning, you stop preparing, you stop resisting impulse, and money starts disappearing faster than you can explain. Subscriptions are the quietest form of convenience tax. Streaming, music, apps, cloud storage, premium features. The average person has 6 to 10 subscriptions they don't fully use at around $15 per month each. That's over $1,000 per year, automatically deducted, forgotten, ignored. Subscriptions are designed not to be used. They're designed to be forgotten. And because they're small, your brain gives permission. Big expenses trigger caution. Small expenses trigger comfort. And comfort is expensive. Now let's talk about something deeper. Convenience doesn't just affect your bank account, it changes your relationship with effort. When everything is easy, effort feels painful. Waiting feels unbearable. Planning feels unnecessary. Your tolerance for friction drops, and that spills into other areas of life: health, career, relationships. Convenience trains impatience, and impatience is one of the most expensive traits a person can have. So what do? You don't eliminate convenience, you control it. First, you audit it. For 30 days, track convenience spending. Delivery fees, ride shares, subscriptions, express options. No judgment, just awareness. Awareness alone reduces spending by up to 15%. Second, you delay instead of deny. Waiting 24 hours kills impulse spending. Convenience relies on immediacy. Delay breaks the spell. Third, you batch discomfort. Cook once, shop once, plan once. Efficiency beats convenience. And finally, you only buy convenience with surplus. If it creates stress, debt, or guilt, you can't afford it. Convenience should feel light, not heavy. Because the convenience tax isn't paid today, it's paid later, in missed investments, in delayed freedom, in extra years of work. Control convenience, or it will quietly control you. If you've ever wondered why money feels harder now than it used to, even when you're earning more, this is why. Not inflation, not income, behavior. If this made you think differently, subscribe. Because once you see invisible money traps, you can't unsee them. And that's how real financial change starts. I'll see you in the next one.